What's up, good people? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha, Wright. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We have another dope video. This one is today. It's all about styling your hair. Something that a lot of people absolutely loathe doing. And how do I know this? Because I'm a hairstylist, okay? I'm a cosmetologist. So here's my lovely guest. I'm gonna bring my camera down. Now, if you have this as an issue, by all means, drop your questions, your comments in the chat, and I'm gonna help you out because this one is one that comes up a lot. So here's my guest who has this beautiful head of hair, all right? But it's aging hair, you know, it's getting thin, you know, the hairline is receding. Now, all of this just comes with aging, people. If you're 35, you won't understand it, but you know what my mother say? Keep living, okay? So this happens naturally with aging. Some people, it's a genetic disposition. Some people, it's not. So every person doesn't have this issue where the hair becomes noticeably thinner. So her resolve to this thinning issue was, how about we just cut it short, right? Because I'm old and I don't want to look like a spinster or old witchy poo, you know. So how about we just cut it short? I'm like, well, if you cut it short, you'll have a shorter version of what you don't like. So she's like, well, what if I just let it just go natural and just cut an afro? So that's where we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. So a lot of people, they're doing things to their hair, such as maybe relaxing, twisting, locking, whatever. A lot of people are trying to switch the hairstyle up because they're looking for something that's no maintenance. And I just wanna tell you guys, it doesn't matter if you lock your hair, twist your hair, braid your hair, you just watch it and you just let it go and just be whoever you want to be. It doesn't matter. Hair care is like your clothes. So let's say I put this outfit on. I got on a brassiere, I have on pantaloons, I have on a jacket. You know what happens throughout the day? I get a little greedy grana, you gotta pull it out, you know? My boob might switch, I gotta resituate my brassiere. My jacket, man, and I gotta resituate it, you know? It rises up, I gotta pull my pants up. So the same things happens with hair. So hair, you have to manage. It's no, I don't care what type of hairstyle you have. You have to adjust. One, hair grows all day, every day. So as soon as I style her hair, let's say we cut it off or we put curls in this or we cut it or she wears an afro, right? That's the new look. You know what? The hair is growing as I'm doing this. Hair never stops growing. So the hair is always growing, meaning the style that you left with at 1 o'clock, by 2 o'clock is something different. By 5 o'clock, are you guys rocking with me? Because the hair is growing and we're living in it, like clothes. We're moving, so these fibers, they twist. So we have to readjust. You know, we get stuff on them, so we have to wipe it off. You know, we get a hole in it, so we sew it up. We get a little bigger, so we stretch it out. We get a little smaller, and it gets a little droopy. So hair is the same way. So the resolve for her is, because she said, but it's long, and it's just so boring. And I'm like, you've got to comb it. And so, what did you say you do? You just do what? So she combs it and she puts it in a ponytail. Well, that's not the best protection of her investment. So for one, when you comb the hair into the ponytail, which is great if you don't want a hairstyle, right? But if you comb the hair flat back and you leave it in, right? And now you want some vavalicious, like Ladosha, look at your hair. Okay, now sometimes I'll wear it curly, I'll just wash it and wear my own curls. Sometimes I'll straighten it out, I'll put, I'm a black woman, I'll be doing everything to the hair, okay, I'll admit it, all right? But you know, the ponytail is not an actual hairstyle. It's a go-to for when you're like, I'm sick of this mess, okay? Or I'm working out, or when I'm about to beat somebody up, you know, you put your hair in a ponytail. No, I'm just kidding. So ponytails, they have their purpose, but they're not hairstyles. The drawback to the ponytail is that you're stretching the fabric. And if you as you stretch the fabric, when you get ready to wear it, it may not perform because you're just pulling on the style. So she has some soft layers here, believe it or not. But what's happening is she's just not playing them up because she's looking for something that's maintenance free. So whether she had layers or if it was just all one length, remember, it doesn't matter the style, she has to manage the look. So this hairstyle, she's gonna have to comb it. Now, she can roll it up every night. She could do the good old fashioned, y'all remember those pink curls? Some of y'all might be too, you know, young, you know, y'all like, girl, ain't nobody doing that no more. I know, because when you're old, you just play it out. But I'm telling you guys, pink curls are great for people who hate rollers. So, pink curls are when you just, you know, back in the day, we would just take our fingers and we roll. Now, she doesn't have any curls left, but if she did, she'd take that curl and then she just pin it down. Now, she would have about 5 to 8 of these throughout her hair. When she combs the hair, you see, even though it was straight, you see what happens, it bends. Remember, these are hairstyles. Let's say if she had a lock, right? Let's say she had twist, you know, that she had a retwist on the locks. Remember, the hair grows every day. So as soon as your loctician or your lock person, you know, recoil or retightens your lock, remember in an hour that one nice new lock or coil is gonna do what? Move away from the scalp. So you'll notice it in about a week. You'll be like, damn, didn't I just get my locks? Didn't I just get my fade cut down? You know, whatever, it doesn't matter. So what we're saying is you have to manage that look. So you can't go forever without locking it. Even if it doesn't matter. You can have a Jerry curl, baby, though that's the lowest maintenance one. I'm like, I hate chemicals. I know you hate chemicals, but they're options. So we don't push them on everybody, but we're like doctors. We're just here to let you know what your options are. We're not pushing one or the other. So what I recommend a relaxer for a woman whose hair is thinning, well, it depends. You know, it depends on her ability to recreate the look. Does she want it? And I know she said, but relaxers cause cancer. Read the report, okay? Relaxers do not cause cancer. They haven't, that's totally inconclusive. However, if you don't want the relaxer, cancer or not, you don't have to do it. But if you wear your hair straight, she's got to comb this hair several times. The less she combs her hair, the less she combs it, so it's pressed out, right? This hair, I don't care, remember, locks, twists, it doesn't matter. It's gonna grow. If you don't retighten it, recoil it, you know, re-clean it and wash it and just be whoever you wanna be, that hair is going to fold back and mat to the scalp. Now remember, the scalp is self-cleansing. I repeat, the scalp is self-cleansing, like your mouth, your nose, you know, make boogers, your eyes make eye boogers, wax, vagina, yeast. Scalp makes yeast. So if you don't comb it or retwist it or wash it, something to lift the texture away from the scalp, you're trapping the debris at the scalp. Now, if you don't have any texture, that's another video. We're talking about people who have texture, but they hate it. I hate the management. They love the hair, they just hate the management. So when she doesn't comb it, right, then the fibrin, it sticks at the scalp. I'm not making this up, guys, or flakes. I don't want to say dandruff because I'm not a doctor, okay? So the flakes, we say fibrin because it just sounds better, okay? But flakes or fibrin, they stick to the scalp. Now, you can't see them because they're microscopic at this point. But in about 2 weeks, you'll be like, oh man, I need a treatment, or girl, I got dandruff. No, we're not doctors. It's just, at this point, it's not clean. So now it's all sticky and you're combing it and you're seeing little granules of stuff. And when you comb it, what else is coming with it? Your hair. Because now you're taking that soiledness and you're smearing it. If you have locks or twists or coils, what happens? It starts to seep into your skin. And now you're getting acne, you're getting that little discoloration, you're getting that little, you know, that little odor. You know what I'm talking about, okay? And so now if you smoke, if you work in an atmosphere where there's fumes, maybe you work out, maybe you're a hairstylist and you're just busy, you're gonna exacerbate that a little bit further. So, and now heaven forbid you already have a scalp condition. Oh boy, now you're talking major issues, okay? So if she combs this hair throughout the day, guess what the comb does? It actually exfoliates. It removes some of that. It lifts it. So by the time she comes to the salon, she has a more effective cleanse, okay? If she has a scalp condition, she must go to the doctor. We're not doctors. I know, like, I would just put some honey, I would use some lemons, I would take a toothbrush and I would scrub it. No, don't do that. I hate that. I don't like them either. But if my ass died, y'all better start taking me. If I stop breathing, take me to the doctor. They're going to be able to help. So doctors, I know we don't like them, but in some instances, they can help clear it up. And that could be your holistic practitioner, whoever you like. But don't let laymen or licensed cosmetologists, try to diagnose and then, solve or whatever, fix. No, all we do is we cover up symptoms, you know what I'm saying? We can alleviate, give you some, resolve, but we can't really, you know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that you're combing it, or you're gonna have to cleanse your locks, or if you're, just washing and go, you're gonna have to break through that afro, those waves, and get to that scalp. If not, it's gonna be looking good as long as you're 25 and 35, but the minute you hit 37, you're gonna be like, what happened? We call that you sped up the aging process. Because it doesn't matter, if she did everything right, she would more than likely thin anyway, but with not combing it, not rolling it, not preserving the style, she's speeding up the natural aging process. And so this is what we do as barbers and cosmetologists. Our education helps us translate this to help you protect your investment, not convince you, not condescend and say, well, you shouldn't, or no, you do what the fabric calls for. So Afro textured hair, which is what she has, is just straightened out with the flat iron. It's soil, so you see all the grease and all the stuff that's on it, and so it looks like it's really straight, and her texture is still there. That's because heat damages it. No, hair can take heat to a degree, like food. Okay, now, but I don't buy that. You don't have to buy it. It buys you. Hair is an excellent conductor of heat if you want to straighten it out. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But when you straighten your hair out, when you twist your hair, coil your hair, freeform, locks, jerry curl, even a bald head, the message today here is it all has maintenance, and you have to do what the fabric calls for. If I were her as her cosmetologist, I would not cut the hair off, because I truly believe if we cut it, she'll have a shorter version of what she doesn't want, which is, I don't want to spend a lot of time with this hair. So what I would do is I would up the ante on my cleansing, because what's happening is when the hair gets dirty, that's when she's like, you know what, maybe I should cut it off. So maybe I would, if your salon has an a la carte menu, you could wash and maybe your style, and blow dry, your stylist can finish it. You could do the whole thing. Maybe you could buy your services in bulk. You have a lot of options. She could also switch to maybe like a rod set and just wear a big curly fro. She could do that. She could put some braids in it for the summer. Maybe she might want, but she's thinning. Won't braids take it out? No, it won't. Now, if she leaves them in for like 6 weeks, well, you got a problem. But if she wanted to give her hair a break and just say, I'm tired of it all, she could braid it up for a season. You know what I'm saying? She could wash and go for a season. The whole point is it has maintenance. So some maintenance is high and some maintenance is low, but you have to manage the hair. I don't think she would like the rod set, because because, you know, when it swells, she might be like, I don't think she would go for that. But we could spiral curl it all over, and I would roll it every night and wear the curls so they fall, like comb the hair, fluff it up. I would recommend she combs this hair, even with curls, like 3 to 4 times throughout the day. Why? Because remember, she's gonna sweat. She's gonna go walking, she's gonna turn her head back and forth, and the hair is growing. She has to comb the hair throughout the day to do what? Manage what's coming off the scalp naturally, and to preserve the actual hairstyle and the money she just paid me to take care of her hair. I hope you guys find this very helpful. If you like the content, by all means, hit that thumbs up button. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. In the meantime, you can join me and Cheryl every Monday right here on this platform at 6 o'clock. We're talking about the dumbest shit that black people say about black hair. And also, if you are a licensed barber or a cosmetologist, come and join me and Cheryl and all the other licensed barbers and cosmetologists in July for the 2023 Afro Hair Summit. Our goal is to unite, educate, and liberate. No, I'm just kidding. Recalibrate the industry with professional, sound education about Afro hair. No, that's liberation. Deuces.